Yeah, the kings of the earth shall fall and give me everything. Something in the car was telling me about when the one time when somebody was telling me, hey, you know, your person, somebody called me and was like, girl, I was talking to somebody and they said your cousin Jasmine was having a baby by Joe. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, huh? The fuck? Yeah, like everybody in the family talking about it or whatever. But I wasn't talking to nobody in the family, so I'm like, oh, hold on. So I asked my, what the fuck? I mean, you would you? So the first thing I was thinking when I heard this, because it was around the time of my biggest part of my awakening, was like, oh, wait a minute, because I felt like they was trying to say that I was Patricia's child or something like this. They was trying to say, like, I was getting in the spirit. People was trying to say that, but it could have meant that somebody was using my identity, or that's the first, this Anita person, this could be a tarot reader, that she's a clone of my Patricia. And then also there's another girl. There's another one. I haven't seen her channel in a minute. I forget what her name is. It's a strange name or whatever, but I knew that there was a clone of my so-called Auntie Patricia. But I'm hearing that this could be Islam hidden, that these were not really aunts, that they were either spouses of some masculine energy, or the father or the grandfather or something like this. Okay. It will make me still the one true child of God, for me to think that these my aunties, but these really was brides or something like this. And then I was thinking, okay, wait a minute. So maybe they was treating me like they was trying to leah me, but I was thinking, well, damn, Aaliyah will probably be one of the kids that's like younger than me, like my cousin Jasmine. They was like a lot younger. That was like the last younger group that I was connected, when I was closely connected to the family of children that came through, right? But they could have switched when it was due for me to get what I was due for me, even if I was the Leah that wasn't getting nothing and I was supposed to get something this time. That could have been her, but then they swapped. They made me the Leah that's not gonna get nothing, and then they swapped her up to my spot. But I'm thinking this goes off like America being the first that they was able to plant themselves here and produce something, and America is going to be the last. This is like Alpha and Omega, or America as a God standing up saying, hold on, we're going to have a problem with you and your women if you don't give me my shit. Because don't forget. You get what I'm saying? It's something like that. So this whole thing went on, and then I ended up finding her on Facebook, and I called her and I asked her. She's like, who said that or something like this? And she's like, no, that's not true. But I was already seeing visions in my head that they moved this person to like the East Coast, and her and her children, um, her and her children or whatever, and then they was preparing her for something when they did that. And then I think she came back here to move here or something like this. But this could be the Aquarius also that's falling, because I think she's an Aqua baby. I think she's Aquarius. Um, but when I came to my dad about it, I said, "Well, what is this that I'm hearing about my husband maybe having a see?" That's why I'm saying it's something about them not wanting me to know the true shit that's going on. Like it's like Christ being smited on all sides and thinking these family members are Christians, but they're really Islam, or they're really hiding things, or they're really covering their heads or covering things, right? So I'm like, what is this that I'm hearing that my husband is supposed to be having a baby with my cousin or something? And then he was like, oh no, I think that my dad said, oh no. So God is not a man that lies, and liars can't inherit the kingdom of heaven. So maybe this is also, if I'm considered a piece of the kingdom of heaven, maybe because they can't have me, they just started building something else off of me, right? So he was like, no, no, I think that's they talking about Joe P, your cousin. And I'm thinking, well, that's even more strange. What the fuck? Why are you saying it like it's like normal? Like, we mean Joe P, that's who the baby might be by. That's her cousin. What do you mean? He's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of, and the conversation was kind of, and so we kind of dropped it. Like I just whatever. I called her and she was like, nah. I was asking my man and he said nah. So I'm like, it must be some kind of. But I feel like who told me there would have been surety. Now this person could have also wanted something to do with the new masculine that have been sent towards me. It's something like everybody is an imposter here. You get what I'm saying? So I was just thinking, even if they were saying that that was my sister or whatever, you can't covet your sister, but even if it's not, like, I was thinking, why you lie? You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking this may not be like that masculine because they still stayed more in like the North Chicago area. So it could have been one, okay, it could have been like whatever they did in 9/11. If they took my masculine into the night or into the dark, that could be that version. Do you get what I'm saying? It may not have been, this is the only thing I can think, that it may not have been either the person that's in the house is lying too, or it wasn't that version of him. I know y'all cloned him a lot of times. So, and this person goes under the radar. So maybe because he's in that jurisdiction, whatever masculine fell or y'all killed that person and planted him in the soil to use him as some kind of conduit of power or something like this, or you, that could just mean that this person went underground or something like this. That could be that version of him that was, because this version is not even able to have children. It's supposed to be fixed. So that would have to have something to do with aliens or something else, taking somebody's semen or I don't know, and doing some crazy shit. So I guess that could prove that. I guess that could be the cause of that. Like these women have to do what people say or what the men around them say I don't. So maybe if these women were like voiceful to me or something, I would be able to shut the shit down. But then they could have caused a division between me and women. And now women are finding themselves. I heard somebody yesterday was saying, like, take me back. So they could be in a dire situation, or they could be in a situation where at first they were able to flourish and bloom and something. Even maybe they could have used some of these girls to trap other men, but then now they could be telling them, "Oh, we got those images of you having sex with those men, so now you better stay over here because we could really mess you up." Like it's something like this. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. My neck hurts still a little bit, so I'm also hearing stuck here with you, where everybody already went to the moon. This could be people starting over like in another country. Also, dang, I wasn't supposed to move those cards, but we was over here somewhere. So they're saying that something is hidden somewhere where nobody knows. But I feel like somebody do know. Wherever this happened, over here in the west, over here in the west, we can maybe find out. We're gonna dig a little bit to see where they're hiding something. I keep getting like another land or far away or the middle of nowhere, but I feel like it's over here in this like Utah or Judah or Utah. Something could be going on in that area. Why did she do that? Okay, something could be going on, or they could be hiding someone or hiding me somewhere in the desert. That's why I put that post of Papa in Stranger Things when she left him out there to die. This could also be an uprising where these women did end up killing that father with other women and other girlfriends and my mom's side of the family and like again to it's the steal. They wasn't concerned about me because he was like, I only wanted to help you. So this could be somebody like, I'm on your side. But I still think that if this got something to do with the Parhams and 23 is a Parham, and that picture that I put up of that Asian man yesterday, there's something very familiar about that man because it's like when they body snatch and they take the mind and put it in a different body. I don't know what exactly why they do. Well, I'm obviously trying to hide the person. That's why like race matters, but then again it don't, because I know that you took some people that's supposed to be American or African, or maybe there's protocol where they're not supposed to be doing this to Americans. We're a different breed that you don't touch like that. But maybe other like people that are more into cloning or aerodynamics and all this other stuff, they could be advanced in that, like Russia, China, these other places or something like this, because really they're not supposed to do that to the American stock. But somebody could have done this because somebody looks familiar, but it's almost like these women, it may be against these men's will, blackmail, using their flowers to get them trapped in cases, like have a young girl approach somebody, have them have sex with them and say, "Oh, I got it on tape, and just so you know, I'm 15." And then these people are going, they're like in high society something where you can Google their name and find out about them. You know what I'm saying? And they would be humiliated or they would be going to jail or something. It's something like this. It's all about like catching, like being fishers of men, but by a different group. It's like, or a dark Jesus or a fake Jesus or something, like a fishers of men. If you think about it, those girls are reeling the man in with their looks and everything like this and their bodies, right? And then boop, you know. And in some places they catch the fish, they hit it, they catch it, they hit it over the head to get it from stop wiggling around, right? And then they, put it in the bucket or whatever. It's like a club. They hit it with a club, but this is like a club, or how people get people into clubs, maybe, or this club. I don't know. All right. So whatever it is still America's wealth or something here. So it's like capturing America, getting in a relationship with her without letting me know, building an empire off of it, sharing the wealth with other women or foreign women or women that are not even in the family or women that are not a part of the heritage, the heraldry, the lineage, or something like this. And then leaving America with nothing or in debt, maybe to other nations and things like this. The sad thing about it, the so-called fathers are the ones that teach them, but are these the fathers, or are these imposters that have taken over the father's vassals or minds or something like this, that have them doing this to their own daughters? Because most of the time fathers, good fathers, don't just do that to their daughters. Like I said, unless some of you were not your father's daughter, you were his bride or one of his youngest bride, you were the one that had the wealth, right? Until they had it, after they built something behind your back and didn't include you. And then it's almost like, oh, all the money that was in your trust fund or something is gone along with the person or something like this. So I was getting like triumph and wrath of the champion. So I don't know if this is like these people are on this side and they're saying that, but it wouldn't make sense if the king don't know what you're talking about. So sometimes I just be like, oh, it's faith alone that I have right now, because this could be a bunch of people saying, yeah, we did that. And then we heard, can you feel the love tonight? I know he's going to be a good king. But it's like you think you stole a king, but this particular person, when they said that Jesus' family was hidden like and swallowed for some reason, I think we talked about this like 3 years ago, how people would have looked at my family like they was poor. But they could have also put this masculine in my place in the family as well to do this scam. But that was not the actual king. This person, I would be a king or a royal that will be coming through. What the mother, Elizabeth's mother's last name was Lyons. That's a real lion. So I would be somebody, if she was a Sarah and God had her have a me later on, like in the 1980s or something like this, or 81, and it was just something that was hidden, then that would make me a real lion, though. I just went blank. So I would be the real king. Maybe they're talking about how they deteriorated the royal family from the back end, but it doesn't matter. When I was born, this is not me saying, "Oh, I went back in my lineage and I found out in the 1600s that my dad, or on my dad's side of the family, we are kin to King Charles of Spain." and then that's it. What somebody want to know what's the difference is that I could be an actual product of somebody when they were actually the active royal family. That's different. So I would have been an active king. You just have kingship in your lineage from the 1600s. I'm still an actual king. So those who have the king have the power is what they could be saying, but you don't have the king. In all actuality, this masculine could be a feminine. Or if this person was dealing with this moon energy, this person got the nappy dugout. That ain't even the same person. All this time, this person been gone in this phoenix energy or this moon energy or this other masculine that's this moon energy been housing that temple and been around me acting like they was the person, but it's not. We got a death here. So really, all this shit that they did, they really don't hold the power for real. They don't. It's like now all this shit could come to a collapse, right? These are not family members. This is a family that a masculine energy, it wasn't even a Christian, possibly built in the dark. And they don't have no, like, if I was a bride to a masculine, and this was back in the olden days, but I guess that's what they're trying to practice now. Whatever comes, if I was married to this man, it's not going to say on my family tree or with my royalty, like with my with succession, it's not going to put me in succession and put all my husband's wives in succession for my crown. It's still it's like, this is the princess such and such of Norway or something, and this is her stuff, basically. It's not going to say, and when she married this man and he had 6 wives, this person is in the line of succession for my royalties. It don't work like that. It would just be still me. If I got a divorce from that person, I would have to go back home to my people and run my thing and take my crown. You know, you can't keep the crown. So it's something like that. And there's something about my makeup and the way that I was made. These people was jealous because I was going to be getting something from the top or most wealthiest men in the world. And these people just kept me blindfolded, and they just took all this shit. They could even be taking it back to their own country. Some of these people could be really African and stuff like this. Or you could be brothers with somebody, but really, like, after some of our grandfathers probably passed away, mine was like in the, I was born in 80 and he was already passed away right within a couple months before I was born or something. But what little we know, they could have got sent. After I was born, I could have been the emperor, and they could have sent this person to another country, and they started having children there. And then they sent these children over here. This could be like the foreign nature part of it. They sent these children back over here to war against me, to take everything from me, so this father could come back and claim something. Do you see what I'm saying with the cloning? Or like I said, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Like, the real father could have not been around me since I was born. They could have been like, this is the emperor now, and somebody didn't want to respect that, and they fell or they ran. They went into another country and started having other children. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these children could be like neck and neck with me. They would be younger than me, or that wouldn't have nothing to do with my chapter or my sector, because you separated and then you went there and you did that. So whatever you built there they don't have no, they would not have no power over whatever is here in America. Or even if this is Illinois and I'm still in Illinois and I'm allegedly was born here or in the Midwest or in the midst of the garden, and you had children on the East and the West, they're touchable. I'm untouchable. But you made them untouchable, and then you put the focus on me and made me touchable to be abused, right? Keeping me away from my powers in mystery school or whatever like this, and or teachings or the heritage or something like this, so that when these people came and started to like try to fight on me, I would not even know what's going on. That's child abuse. If I sat there in my house and my daughter was getting followed home from school by a whole bunch of kids, and I watched them beat her up all the way down the street, and I did not come out my house to protect my child. She bleeding, she could barely walk. They come to my yard. She runs home like, mom, mom. And I just stand there and stand in the door and let these people beat the shit out of my daughter until she could be unconscious or in the hospital. Your ass is going to jail. I, you see what I'm saying? I will be going to jail for child abuse or child neglect. You know what I'm saying? I would be going to jail for neglect, and I would be losing my mandated reporter status, and I would be, or if I knew that my grandmother was selling my child out and using her body to be touched by all the people in it, or drugging her when she was asleep or something, and I found footage of these men touching my child, and I get mad at her, but she don't even know that this is happening. I see that they drug her. She's out. She's unconscious. These men do these things to her. She wake up in the morning. She don't realize what happened. But I'm gonna disown my daughter, and then I'm gonna put these men and put crowns on them. That shit don't even make no sense, right? So again, we got the real love energy here is the warrior here. Okay, somebody that have to keep fighting. It shouldn't even be this way. So nobody can say, "Oh, you don't deserve that crown or that throne." When I do sit on that motherfucker, it's gonna be well deserved, right? So all of this is not the physical. Also, some people know that the agility, the mind, and everything of some. So they're trying to create arcade games and holographic images and everything like this to try to make it seem like somebody's getting raped or beat up or something like this. They're doing weird shit to try to, gain some type of something. Yeah. And again, somebody didn't agree to polygamy or something like this. Okay. Or this is a daughter that, this is like, I want to see that movie a little bit with Kerry Washington and see, somebody was mad. This is what I'm hearing. Because I used to be like a big movie buff and watch like so these is like the Olympian got like Zeus and them, but then there's also like God using like a lower god or something using Hollywood for signs. So it's like, don't look at these people or they won't be given signs and wonders. Look to your Father in heaven. Like I'm really good at reading shit in movies and stuff like this. So somebody could have felt smited or something like this because I was watching tarot. But again, I would have never learned some of the stuff that I learned about how these people think. It ain't even necessarily what they saying because it's already in my database. If a tarot reader is saying something, I know that they're on my frequency because I know about what they're saying because there's a heavy familiarity of what they're saying, and my brain can untangle it. Even if I notice a tarot reader that they want to seem better than me or they want a masculine to be closer to them, so you have to really, what I'm saying, gauge. It's like watching snakes and seeing how they move. So somebody could be also trying to lift themselves up to seem more something because at some point in time, I'm going to have to be talking about me. And see, these masculines want women out here that's telling their side of the story. So it's like, also being like, oh, y'all on my frequency, or y'all feeding off, y'all sipping off my stream. But you saying it like that, but that's not how it is. You know what I'm saying? You saying it like I see you was saying something true because the information is already in here. You see, this is just a second witness or something like this if somebody say it right, but I can see when they try to be slight for and slide something in there to make their master happy, right? To flip the script real quick. So somebody could, but I had to learn that way. I had to learn it. I had to learn the way that it's like being grown, didn't know that you grew up in a den of vipers. They bit you all these times, you immune to whatever they got to offer. So you don't even get hurt when they do something. You don't even notice when they bite you or they strike you. And then how did they get legs? Then you knew that snake shit was going on. You could feel snake stuff, but then you noticed the snakes got legs when you noticed that these was your aunties and your nieces and your nephews and your. That's how I get legs. And then the justice system and then media and things like this. So somebody could have been mad because I was putting more time for the past 3 years in studying tarot and readers. But I had to do that. Somebody made it like a problem because they knew that after I did that, I was going to be able to see that part of the world. I was going to be able to see that some kind of way. That's why a lot of men don't like women watching tarot because it's like receptors are being sparked. All right. But the girls the top readers that they programmed, right? to siphon your energy and try to manipulate your words. They're not mad at them because they're gonna try to make the men look some kind of way or make the other person look some kind of way. This is about this is about the mind, y'all. This war is on the mind. This is like info wars energy. So now these people were willing to sacrifice their child or move their child out the way to represent the. But then again, they thought, no, we got too much power. She don't even know nothing, is what they think. But see, that's what I'm saying about the surface level dwelling. And even if you can get your girls to tap into my frequency, they still can't do it or see it like I do. It still ain't their story. So they're gossiping. I'm telling the story. I'm enlightening someone on the parts that they may not have known when they. So remember when they asked you to go in that room and they told you that you was gonna get X, Y, and Z. Did you know that they also did this? Did you know that they put that loop on your foot at that point, and then they took over your family functioning? They let you think you've been running it, but as soon as you say something or do something different, they're gonna pull that shit. They're gonna pull you out, pull the rug from underneath your foot, and they're gonna say that's what you get because that's what you did to our daughter. But you, big bad wolves, think that you can't get your head knocked off because you was standing back there and you do this to the people while they're like walking the wire or something like this, and now it's your turn. Because I'm hearing that most of these people wasn't having it and they wasn't hateful towards you, or they didn't have it in their head, or they didn't even see your lights, or they didn't see it like that, like they was jealous of it. It wasn't until somebody filled them in and then they maybe start getting jealous of you about what you was going to be in the future or something like this, right? Or it was like on guard, like, oh, what you mean she gonna wake up and she's gonna see what we did and I could go to jail, and then this is what bring out the anger. It's not even really you know what I'm saying, it's the situation covering up, covering up, covering up. So these are people that was playing with all these people, and I don't want the people. I really want to walk on top of the heads of the people that thought that this shit was okay after they knew me already, or they thought they knew me, or they knew my energy, or they knew my ways, or my works was not ratchet or horrible or wicked or something, and they went along with it. But I want the wolves, the big bad wolves that think they're the big bad wolves that's hiding in the background that been doing this to all the people. That made the deals to these people to betray me or something like this. Set me up, leave a door unlocked, some shit like this. So we got polygamy in the reverse. So this is that remind me of that movie. He was like, you ain't no, you are only like you are one and only type of bitch or whatever. You ain't no being shared or sharing or whatever like this. So again, somebody fought too hard to be sharing some nigga with a group of females. Or this could be even saying America is different, nigga. This my shit. I'm not like the rest of these girls that you brought from all these other countries and had these damn kids with. This is my shit. You even came here to my shores some odd however long fucking time ago. You understand? But I know I also was hearing like first should be the last when it comes to China, because I think like the first documented stuff, even though they said they hiding these documents of 1421 when China allegedly first came to America prior to the slave trade, and then they have the last. But it's like America don't have. What did we see last night? Nobody don't have to have these people or something. There's enough dirt on these people to make them have to pay. I wouldn't say some kind of sanctions, but they're gonna have to pay something, and I don't have to deal with your ass no more, and I could just build from there. You see what I'm saying? Where you got it's like alimony, nigga, or something like this of the nations, or it's like suing these nations for these crimes or this treasonous things that they've been doing on this land for so long. So I'm hearing China could be saying that it's a friend, but you was over there messing around with Tasha She, and you was messing around with all these other cousins and all this other shit. So this could be why Donald Trump. See, there's so much they could keep on trying to make you look at. This shit started with George Bush Jr. I told you these are people that love you when you dumb and you don't know what's going on, or you don't got to. You are the game, nigga. I am the game, but I didn't have no pieces on the board. Is my game. So somebody had some kind of upper hand or something like this here at some point in time. We got the Hermit number 9 here. So like this could be the father stuck or trapped in some vassal. All right. But it's like, okay, somebody saying that they there for you now, but people like, oh, you stupid. Or I kept hearing something about hidden ones. But if they showing their face like that, it's okay. Let's put it like that. People thinking like, oh, she's so stupid. She pointing them out. They've already been By the time you get in, you group of people that think that you're gonna defeat God, that's not even a person no more once they making a physical appearance. I keep hearing something about spirit. Somebody could be saying like you keep dying and coming back to life, but it's like spirit. So they think they can call you a zombie, but it's spirit. We got the medicine woman. Maybe this father was dealing with this person. Maybe this was, like I said, if this is a clone of the sister, or again, this could have happened. This could be showing me something in hindsight that happened, like somebody got violated. That girl. Remember, I told you when I seen the Kanika Jenkins video, I've seen the pictures of her when she was turned backwards, and you could only see her foot sticking out the door. And I was like, that looked like my play sister's feet. I know what her feet look like. It looks just like her fucking feet. So they could have something could have happened to her, and then they created this LaRasha thing to try to mix it with me and that sister and somebody else, so that it could be something. I don't know. Because I feel like the warrior woman over here in that same spot is giving that motherfucker you thought. So even if like say there was something wicked that happened on when these girls was leaving late that night to go back home, or they got stopped, or the elevator took them down to a lower floor one by one, or they got drugged, or like something like that. I don't know. Something made me think about something like that. Because I really cannot remember if they stayed the night with me. I know it was a Mother's Day thing for me. So the first day I was there by myself, just chilling, just unwinding, painting my toenail, doing girly stuff or whatever. And I kind of had fun. I kind of just like read books. I did whatever, like this. And then I think the second night was when I was like, hey, y'all want to come up here? We could go out to dinner, bop, bop, bop. And then they came up there. But I just think maybe even this could be some dark entities. Like I showed y'all that picture. Looked like that girl was choking somebody or something. So if these people was like, hey, how you get up there, or what room or something, who knows what could have happened. If this is some kind of militia or mafia, or these are some kind of like, I don't know, like just some kind of militia or something, those people could have been, I'm not even going to trip, because we seen something weird was happening to somebody in the hallways in that place. So you don't know if there was a gang of people that was set up and these girls were stopped or bopped over the head, because I promise you, I keep seeing these girls, but they like around like goons or around something, but it looked like my friends, like it's like frozen in time or something. So they could have took these girls, like got them in a parking lot, you know what I'm saying, and sent clones of them that's wicked up to kick it. Or these girls had bad something on their mind and they got taken out before they can come up to. You have to wonder about status at that time. I don't know who would have been a Lord energy at that time when Kanika Jenkins thing happened. Or like I told you, if this was people trying to confess they sin that they did 10 or 20 years before, whatever this is. But something could have happened with these people. Because think about it, the news, or it's just weird who dispersed after the Kanika, like people wasn't even fighting and rioting and going and asking for answers. They just basically, they say the police or whoever just uploaded all this footage and then let black people, like they just talked about it in the news 1 minute. It wasn't even worldwide news, right? If you wasn't from that area or you wasn't online in a certain group of with talk, like dealing with a certain type of media or information, you probably didn't even, a lot of people probably didn't even hear about the Kanika thing. And then once it did get big, they gave you the distraction, which was all the footage, and everybody just start watching that and obsessing over that. So you get what I'm saying? It's like a mystery. What murder case do you know that somebody just upload all the footage from the security cameras and shit like this, and it's still an ongoing investigation? Nobody's been arrested. You see? It's almost like a sign, or this is like a murder group or something, and they like for people to obsess over their work, some shit like this. So, like I said, somebody could have known that these people was going to do something to me, and they just scooted them out, or and put some nice dragons around me or something, or vice versa. Either way, somebody came out on top. Now polygamy, mm, I don't know. Like real love was here. There was no polygamy. Somebody is just a warrior. Somebody just, maybe these people had a whole organization going on, but you was like, how like these things, cults and stuff like this, they be having like, or like the dark crystal or the blue jade stone, and like these cartoons about the gods and shit like this. You or I could have been represented as something like that, like a piece, the golden jade cross or some shit like this. You wasn't being seen as a person, something that could be placed, or somebody's holding it, or somebody can have and hold it. There's no progress, there's no nothing. This is a supercharged thing. It makes us get better powers. Like somebody could have had you labeled as something like this, or me. Polygamy could also be in reverse, could also be saying that this person is like a warrior on their own. And I'm thinking something about like they saying something about the black cat or something, or somebody is saying that somebody is Sekhmet and you're the black cat. um but this is a time like somebody that been through so much. Like I done already fought through this whole shit even with my eyes closed. Like somebody saying you ain't out there killing, or you ain't out there robbing or something. I'm not supposed to have to. I'm supposed to just sit here. You understand what I'm saying? So this could be black cats uprising. Remember I told y'all about Egypt when they did worship these cats, or have these cats all around, but then the cats start taking over something. So again, like I said, all this time they was calling her the lady of the bloodbath, but this could be, if these are extensions of you. What queen really wanted, what village or what clan or what family is going to put their queen out? See, this could be somebody trying to treat you like a servant, but you keep coming back and they saying that that's crazy or you a zombie. No, if I'm the real queen, nigga, you're not changing that. So God is going to restore me or repair me. And y'all going to have to. And then once I realize what the fuck you doing, you going to be, judgment is going to be called on you. And then you're going to have to pay for those particular sins. Or now I can see you now. See, you done sent your snakes in here to bite. So now when they bit me, now I kind of can feel, now I know how to spot you now. So that venom and all this other shit is running through my veins now. So what you thought was gonna kill me or whatever, it didn't do nothing but make me stronger. And now you about to fall in the pit. You get what I'm saying? It could be a situation like this, where even these men had to do it with a harem of women, and I had to do it alone. There was no women by my side, kissing my wounds every night, like, oh, babe, let me cook you some food and shit like this. What I told y'all, spiritually, you could be in a sense where you in masculine energy right now. That means you ain't really worried about laundry. You ain't doing, you're not, you know what I'm saying? Somebody trying to catch you at that time so they can say you filthy or something like this. But I'm telling you, it's mainly the mind. That's why these kings and stuff like this either have a good woman by their side that be doing that shit for them, or they have like a palace where they got workers that do the things so that they can keep their mind on the matters that matter, right? Somebody didn't want you to have that. They wanted, even if you was an at-home mom and you woke up in this what I think that it is not that much times that this happened to somebody like me. Instead of even just somebody trying to make it harder, like make the grandbaby no move back in and shit like this. You know what I'm saying? So I can't have peace, or I can't have silence or solitude like I used to have. At least when I dropped my daughter off at school, I had the whole house to myself, and I could take solitude. And then sometimes I feel like when noise is always going on, like it's like, oh, go turn off the TV and go silent. Well, the D baby is still watching her TV. This person watching their phone. You know what I'm saying? It's always still noise going on. There's no solitude here. They know I'm not in my mothering instincts right now because of the mental. See, that's why I said these people don't have brains. They can't have them, right? Or they feel like what they showing somebody footage of you or appearance or worried about the flesh or what you look like or something like this. It really matters, and it don't. Like, this is just what some people that might be on the edge should know. So we got this medicine woman. So like I said, this could be this father and this feminine energy. 9-3 or 3-9 could be significant. But again, this is not their harvest, nor is it this feminine energy that was not the empress, that um a masculine energy got manipulated to take instead of his true love on a certain journey. Okay. Also, somebody may not be a woman with this matriarch of vassals. This could be your mother and I'm like, oh, you don't want to comply to us after we holding 90% of your stock. Well, that's good because I know when all y'all lose y'all tops, then it's coming right back to me. It's just easier to spot. Like everybody's in their corners in your spot, your side you chose. Okay. So this could be a mother like, well, we're going to take your womb and we're going to take this and we're going to give it to this other person. We're going to make her the matriarch and then treat her right. Well, you had 30, 40 years to treat me right even more. Okay. And you didn't because you wasn't going to. And so this is going to be some type of fall here. And you notice these people that maybe they don't talk about it this much, but we talk about like who's dating who, but I'm more concerned, not really concerned, but it would be nice to know. Now that I'm looking at it like this, like what little, I'm more concerned that like, oh, Tyler Perry could make his own studios in Georgia, huh? Oh, 50 Cent got that big old huge studio, huh? Now, huh? Okay. Who else got some shit like this? You know what I'm saying? Some of these people could have been thinking you was gonna be their bride. They was building up all this stuff, or you was gonna be their underground bride or their background bride or something. You could have said no, and now somebody want to pay you back and exclude you or stop me from building on my shit. That don't even make no sense. That's an enemy of the estate. And the kings of the earth don't have shit on the king of kings. And the kings of the earth could be from anywhere. These could be African kings trying to implant themselves over here in the name of being American or American citizens, or they made their popularity or their fame in America. And so you think that they're American and they're really not American boys. And so, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really an American girl. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, So this could be somebody that like, oh, I'm stuck here with you. We got Lizzie the Great or not so great. Like I said, these are people that could have walked up to me, got my address, talked to me like a human being, but since they didn't have to because they didn't have to face me because they know they would be facing God. So they tried to use technology to just attack my brain, like with the crown of thorns here. So again, somebody could have put the sun low and then this person like, I'm your friend. Well, why is the sun in reverse? And this person is walking away from the sun in reverse. It's like somebody, I know how to unplug this, or I know how to scramble the brain. Let me go scramble the brain of the sun and then walk away. But I'm going to say I'm the sun's friend. But I feel like it's this person right here that don't have a womb that wanted my womb, the most valuable womb. And it's funny because we got the matriarch of, with this Empress in reverse, this Eve energy with the apples all over. Y'all know how people you say, how you like them apples? You got the matriarch of vassals here bringing this person somebody's womb while the sun is in reverse. So you took the womb from the sun and gave it to a foreign woman or a foreign intelligence, okay? And you use the Hopi women in their traditions to do so. And this person think that they're going to walk away with this and get away with it. Um, Somebody's mouth kind of turns down right here. And somebody else got like a lot of, they could be older and they got like a lot of crease lines around their smile. They got like a lot of smile lines around their mouth. And somebody else got like their mouth, they lips kind of go downward here. Okay, this could be kind of like Beauty 9419. She got those lips too. I'm just using your popular girls because I know that they're all involved and because it's easier to identify. Everybody's already watching them, right? Probably more than my channel. Okay. But these are the people that implemented these crimes or wrapped up these men, or they're still trying to latch on to me and make me their spouse and steal my babies and my eggs so that you could. So I don't talk about it no more. Now you just took the womb, or you trying to do that. You trying to stage this coup or whatever. Yeah, so this person thought that they was going to say, "Oh, I'm in alliance with you," and then take something from me and take it back to Danielle or somebody like this, one of these family members or something like this. Okay, but there go Christ coming in the crowd. I mean, in the clouds in reverse. So this is like an incognito energy. We're just gonna keep it that way. These people are preserved from being implemented on these crimes, but they know what to do. They know how to do something and get it done and do it and don't get detected. That's why I'm trying to be a little bit more careful what I'm doing, because there's people that's waiting for them to do that so that they can't implement them and say, "Where's your God now?" So these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? They just got to go all the way off the radar and don't even fucking come around in the energy or nothing like this and do what they do. Yeah, that's why I said disconnect. The smoke signals is in reverse. Oh, it's gonna get done. Okay. Yeah, this is a maid here. This Beauty 9419, but they trying to make her, maybe because they had something to do with the death of this cross person or this masculine that they're hiding in that cross identity. Could it be my person or my man or my spouse or one of my men or something? But that's the real maid. Or because I'm living in this area and my auntie Christina, her boys lived here all this time. So they're thinking, oh, well, that's the grandmother, but these are kings of the earth and less than. They're not, yeah, they might be witches heavily in this shit and some occult. But once this king step on the shit, I can clear everything out, to confiscate everything in this motherfucker and then move on. So y'all do it for the boys, but everybody want to act stupid when I wasn't a part of it, but source is filling me in and how stuff's supposed to be working and what you're supposed to be doing. And if you're not doing that, then you're gonna get removed. I don't know what the fuck you need wings for. It's almost, there are crimes here that can be called amongst the, like not paying their taxes to their queen or not paying their dues or not paying something to a temple or something like this. Because if you go to church and they find out you ain't putting none of them damn them little baskets at the end, you're gonna get a little bit of a warning. If they find out you don't never put nothing in the, you know, in the little basket or whatever like this, the tithes. So it's kind of like God saying, "Hey, y'all stealing from me? Oh, what you mean? How? Somebody acting stupid. Oh, well, ain't you supposed to give me a percentage or whatever you making with this, that, and whoop de woo? And you're not giving me that." And then this is why God said, "Okay, these is not mine. Don't hold back." Now it say kill, but it could be deport. It could be kill. I don't know what it is. Them, they children and all this shit. These is not mine. It say it directly in the Bible. These ain't mine. Don't hold back. Do you think God just was? See, that's why I like when people now, when they ask me the question, why did God do this? Well, why did God wipe all them people? Do you see what we saying right here? This is like God didn't give his children no witchcraft or no special superpowers where they can just knock people across the room or whatever like this and just walk in and sneak in people's house or jump through portals and shit like this. Not that we know, not that I know of. It's a fair playing game. You motherfuckers didn't went too far. Could be with your rituals of singling these girls out with the blonde hair or something like this, okay? And then using these spiritualists to do whatever this is here. And some type of entity did like a ghost or something, an apparition or something like this, in the corner. Maybe this is somebody that's doing something to stop something here. Well, a pregnancy in reverse is right behind that. And then China in reverse. But somebody trying to do something, man. Somebody trying to do something slick right here, man. It's like, yeah, China, remember what China did back with the Obama, but like somebody is trying to set the record straight, but somebody is still in reverse. They trying to come in like, "I'm here to help you," or something like this. But these are like something that's closer than we think, though. The spiritualist did something to somebody to stop them from getting pregnant. Now, this could be mental manipulation. This could be brain damage. This could be cutting you off from some type. Well, we see right here that the smoke signal is in reverse. But these could be also like if these people are masculine or feminine, whatever, if these angels or these avenging angels are connected to me, they might be saying just for a little while now, because they can't be connected to me because they're understanding that there is no filter here. It's coming out. So a lot of times these women that go through this process after these people been playing and switching wires in your head, people listen like everybody done fell off from you because you telling everything we doing. But you don't know that you're doing that. You're not conscious. Like you're not sitting here like, let me make this sound like this. You're not, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just coming out. It's just coming out. And since nobody's working with me hand in hand, nobody is whatever like this, or I can't see it in my reality, it's like that. So this is what they did. This could be the, like I said, if these are bad champions that's going against the Christ, this is what they're proud of. That they were able to do something like that. To take you and turn you into somebody that's exposing your own people that's helping you instead of exposing the other group. But I feel like there's no, I was hearing God, I didn't hear God had not one friend in the Bible. The Christ or Jesus had some disciples, but I'm hearing they could have all been Judases this time. Even the disciple is a position, it's not really a friend. So somebody that came to help so many people and do these things and they didn't have any friends. A disciple, they loved them. This was a, that's like my artist loving me because I signed them to a record deal and I gave them a good deal. And I let them have freedom to kind of work how they want to work a little bit without, fucking, you got to run it by me first now. But I let you have a little bit of your own freedom to, do your thing how you want to do it instead of being so pushy. Because I trust you're not just a good performer, but you a good entertainer all around, or you have lots of these qualities, or this is that different distinct thing that I liked about you when I picked you, and I knew you had something else to put in on the table. So you just you don't have my owner, or even if this was a slavery or some shit like this, or my manager or my person that owns the thing, they allow me to do this, and then it's a reciprocal thing for some type of growth and abundance and joy. It's a good, no, you ain't gonna be talking about my manager, or you're not gonna be talking about my, you know what I'm saying, like this, like it builds something, right? Instead of you having resentment because you couldn't, wear that one outfit or do that one thing on the stage when you was putting your shit together, and the people at the record label said, no, you can't do that. That's too much of a risk or something. You know what I'm saying? It's something like this. I'm just using these as like examples or something like this, but like that whoever we talking about, these people's already like me. So when they go in the dark where they don't want, they know I'm not trying to tell on them. They know that it's a problem. Somebody did something to like mess up this receptor. So off the radar, I'm not panicking. I'm not like, oh, where's my divine masculine? Oh, let me pull up my shirt. Let me do this. Let me get makeup on. Let me, ooh, I don't know where my divine, the energy left. These bitches be in a stir. And the corrupt masculines that have feminines or fishing for feminines, they know what they doing to you, and then your thirstiness shows in the videos, and so it just, you know I told you. If the females would have rallied around from the beginning, this shit would be going whole different without you about to be going to jail for life and all the crime. It's a mindset. It's a lifestyle. But, somebody could feel like a fool now. Because, like, these men, true fangs or true colors coming out. Like, even with trafficking, they groom people for, like, 6 months to a year sometimes. Then you find out, And again, somebody could have been thinking they was closer to God because they was getting away with doing this to you. And then you just... In this day in life, women ain't worth shit. You could try all the BBL and all the shopping and shit you want and everything. It's just, don't you see something is wrong? Something is wrong. You could be a 10. You could be a 15 out of 10. and it's gonna be another bitch. You know, you good? Do you get what I'm saying? Somebody could have also, a spiritualist could be trying to change information to make it seem like you was not the one that was pregnant at some time. Somebody else was the queen at that time, so that you can't get no cultivation. Or this is somebody that's they put on right now that they trying to give all my wealth to, so they can just forget this part and everything like this, or punish me because I told the truth, or they feel stupid, or they feel embarrassed because I'm telling what they was doing behind the scenes. So they just trying to like oust me and just change and put a whole new person there and move on. But this is not your cultivation. The way it works is just the way it works. Like this is, it's a heavy, you would have had to erase, I don't know what, everything. And then it's still it's still somewhere, the stuff is being jotted down in a place where you can't, your filthy ass can't even go. So you know what I'm saying? They feel like, oh, we went to the White House, we went to that one place, we went to that secret underground place in the Mount Rushmore, we went to all these places and we deleted everything, right? But dummy, the thing you, cause you so foul, you can't even make it into the chambers that really got the real information that's already written. Like these people ain't getting away with nothing. Yeah, happy family in reverse, cause they didn't cultivate this. Somebody like somebody that hated you, or a masculine that hated you, or was using them, or a dad or something, whatever this is. They didn't cultivate this. They was just your family members doing nothing. And then like a year ago, 5 years ago, somebody said, hey, do y'all do know that your niece, the person you call your cousin or your niece, this person is like a trillionaire and da 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 da, whoop de whoop de whoop. Hey, we got this recording. She said this about you that one day when she was mad at you or something like this. Whatever this is. Oh, she did. I liked her too. But you know, you're not even thinking. The first thing I'm gonna think is, why is you bringing me this information? Yeah, I hear what they said. Yeah, motherfuckers have their opinion, or people get mad at their family member. They say something. Why the thing is, why is you showing me this, and how did you get this information? Why would you have this and then come to me like that? But you know, so you could see that somebody really didn't care about you. A lot of these families, even when they be laughing and joking and drinking and partying and all that to get the bond, it seemed like the bond is because you see what they're doing on the physical. But really, if you sit down with these people, they really not even, they just only tapped in on the family or what the family do, the fun times. They really may not, it not something that's not genuine most of the time. Or these are like prayers or people that pray on earth, and they get together on the cause of that, praying on somebody else or earnest children or whatever this is, right? So yeah, somebody saying they stuck here with you, but I'm telling you, even if this is just my queen's eye person, this person want to be above me. They don't want to see me as the world card, or this is not the world. This is just a, this is not the world card. This is just a maiden of vassals. Okay. All right. They could have tried to use this, a clone or something like this, off of like a Elizabeth, to try to make it seem like this person was the queen or something. I don't know. Or this means that this person is in the upright and she did something to make me in reverse. Or God is saying, okay, that happened, but this is not my world card. All right. If they were setting her up to sit in some kind of place or something to be reviewed for a certain amount of time, if they relocated her, gave her a nicer home or something to sit there and do something, like I told you, either this person, it did something to me to put me in reverse, or this person, God is saying, this is not my word. This is just a matriarch of vassals. Okay. This is not, this is like a, maybe a handmaid, or this is somebody that's supposed to get their womb filled up with different little grapes and stuff that y'all can get out or something. It's not the fucking empress. You ain't supposed to be playing with her womb like that. So again, somebody could have did this here, or for somebody to get a start again with somebody, they could have, I don't know, gave your cup to this person. They know how valuable your cup is, and if the family is trying to, it's my thing, but you're trying to take it from me and outnumber me. Okay, so the last thing what they need is my womb to reproduce more of me or without my permission or whatever, without my knowledge or something. And again, this is what somebody was thinking in their mind. Somebody is getting into people's thoughts. Even the darkest, like these people could be like how I say in the Bible, go into your room, close your door, and pray. These people use that as a place to put out bad energy, like, oh, I can't stand that bitch. I can't wait until she gone or something like this. Somebody could be hearing somebody's thoughts. And that's why judgment is upon these people here. Yeah, somebody's not getting away with whatever this is that they think they're about to get away with. Mystic Tory. They're not getting away with this. And Cheryl Morrison or Gail, Mystic Tory, Cheryl Morrison, Beyonce. So again, I mean, like, if God is protecting these people and they're on my side, and I pick out your name and I say something like this, then what's the problem? The people that's famous already got the heads up. If we talking about amongst the regulars and the people, if you depending on people or you worshiping idols, somebody could say something out of line tomorrow, and like a Beyonce that we wouldn't expect to say, it'll go viral. And you'll think it's real, or people will be moved by it but it's really like a distraction, or it's really, you know what I'm saying, something like this. So somebody hearing me on the phone or in my brain, and then they hearing what I'm saying, or they going through my Akashic records, and then they come online and they do a tarot reading about that, because they're not really psychic. They're going off of the flow of somebody else. That's gossiping. God hates gossiping. You didn't ask me if you can use my server. I don't trust you like that. I know you put a spin on shit when you be doing your videos. So who's giving y'all permission? It wasn't me. Sacrificing a son is not a thing this time. Or these two people might want you around for something. But again, like, only if you're going to be sitting beneath somebody else, and I don't want to be around for that. Yeah, I'd rather be alone. You know what I'm saying? With my whatever I got to make my moves, a vehicle, finances, whatever this is. Okay. But you are not alone. I am here with you. I just heard that. I just heard human nature on the way home. So this is that phony energy, or that phony Michael Jackson energy with that phony mystic beauty. I know that you a young version. We talking about Michael Jackson, like with the little afro. Did I say not stay away too long? This one, okay? That's that one. Corey in the house. So somebody's a liar. They could have lied and said that I'm not a god or something to leave me out in the cold here. Okay. Or you, whoever this is, they lied so you could be alone when you the whole craftsman, or this is your thing. Like, they use my server or my conduit to create whatever this is, and then they just held me captive. All right, matriarch of pipes, back that thing up. All right, this is this matriarch of this maiden of vassals. This is her brother. The void energy is here. All right, and maybe this person want to bring justice here. It's like not being afraid to say it how it is, because you might have thought your family was little shit, just like they say about Jesus in that Bible. But again, this ain't even the family. That's what we got to get to. We got to stop that shit right now. Okay? It's the justice is, it was all about this child getting a vision quest. These were plants planted there to teach you something, to show you the way, and they did not do that at all, 1%, so they don't get to be a part of this new thing. This was supposed to be something they did out of the kindness of their heart or something. This is like somebody making you, muting your hearing, and then coming to you every night, talking to you, supposed to be filling you in on things, but they know that you, and then it's like, see, you could watch the recordings. I sat there every night in her ear and I was telling her stuff, but they know they had your ears muted. They had a plug in there. So you wasn't hearing nothing that they were saying, because people did not want you to know whatever this is right now, what to do next, what to say next, or something like this, to move on. It's words, law, and all this other shit. Moses' law, the laws of God, these laws, all these laws is mixed up in there. It's things here. But this is the person that has the authority. So like I told y'all before, if you want a king that don't know nothing, you don't want your nation to rise. You selfish or something like this. So somebody wants you to be put in a position of a king, and then they just kill you, and they already took away your protection. They took away your trips to your gracious free rides to the heavenly emergency room when angels or demons decide to harm people, and it can't really be in the news because people would not understand what happened to this person last night. This is not done by the hands of a person. This is done by the hands of an animal. And so there's sometimes you might have been torn apart like that, and they had to take you into that. But see, now they want to, you see, that's why they don't want to respect the Rex per whatever it is. Okay, that the king can do no wrong. Procure. Something else. Okay. So the person that's doing a vision quest is the person that's going to have the power. Now people, this is justice. Now people is wishing that they would have been nicer. So now people trying to come in and act nicer. But it's like, oh no, I'm a different kind of king. That's why I said when a new king comes, shit changes. You get to pick, do different things. You know what I'm saying? The queen, whatever. I don't have to. Whatever y'all was using to refrain me is the first shit that I'm getting rid of, including you. Like I don't have to ask you when I get there. I'm saying it right here until you can prove yourself some kind of way to me. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? This is the union. This person in their power is the union. Okay? Somebody else is going to be walking away from this because somebody's scared to trust you. Now, when you couldn't see nothing and this person had your whole life in their hand and they let people and they mistreated you and everything like this, they can't take the same thing. Oh, she about to get the power. Oh, I'm just getting out of here. I'm just leaving then. I'm not about to sit next to you and be your whatever. Chief counsel is here. I'm not about to sit. You think I'm about to sit here and be less than you? Oh, I thought I would. I'm higher than you, and I was less than you for a long time. So nobody can say that I'm some pompous. Well, no, I went through the mud. I went through the fire, even more than all of you. Even the lowest of the lower. I've been put through more than all of these people. Any angels that came, any Christ that came, anything. Y'all did this shit all fucked up. And now you scared? You still making decisions and doing things without my permission or without me in the room. I don't have to honor that. I don't have to honor any of the old stuff that y'all was doing in my name while you was holding on to my crown and my throne. And I don't have to do none of this new shit that you're talking about. Nothing ain't even started. We just stay frozen and stagnant until my boundaries are being covered, my voice is being my choices are being respected. I have all the information that I need, so on and so forth. And then if we don't, like, then y'all could just stay stagnant. Y'all could just lose things day by day by day, including your thoughts and your memories and things like this. The birth. So this something about birth and the architect. I'm telling you, somebody was building something up. They thought that they were about to this is over though. Birthing or the natural order of something here is standing stronger. Even like I said, if these are the royals, somebody is not the architect of something. Even the royal family doing whatever or something like this, somebody's not the architect of this. And it's something by blood or the royals changing things, trying to make sure I can't get in or something like this, or make sure I can't get in as the queen, or I stayed like signed up as a maiden and they know I'm really got queen's blood running through my, keep tossing me back and forth between black people and white people. And I know both of you motherfuckers don't like me, or foreign people and indigenous people. I know both of y'all, it could be also that you offended, or it could be also that you jealous or envious, or it could be also you intimidated, or you just, I don't know, whatever this is. Or you thought your plan was about to work and it's not. It's still about the blood here. The royal part or whatever this purple shit is in reverse, or somebody trying to say that I'm like somebody's blood showed up and showed that no, this is the person that's supposed to be birthing something. I know they did the Kanika Jenkins funeral in purple. This is not the person. And we got two worlds. These people want two worlds. They're not having it. The greens are in reverse. You're not making those choices. You never was supposed to be making these choices in the first place. We got the muse and the upright. It's always better for a king and queen to run things real tight, a real tight ship, to not let the commoners and peasants and servants and family members think that they that far in and they can start ruining shit, making decisions and stuff like that. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. Even your mom, if I'm the king or the queen, even my own mama could be put, I'm not going to be rude to her on purpose, but if I see you going there, your ass is getting put in your place, all right? The bird's nest, okay? This could also be something about somebody's children being raised somewhere else in a secret location or something like this, to be unbothered or something like this, in the waters or across the waters or on an island, or I don't know, we're not going to get too far into it. They could be also trying to Diana me, like, where's my son? I want to see my son. something secret could have happened, but it's like it benefits this king or this fake king or these fake people to have a child or a produce of mine. It doesn't benefit me to have produce of me, especially when you keeping me out of the room. Like, we don't even have to be talking about sitting on thrones. You're keeping me out of the daily influx of information that's going on amongst the sector that I'm included with. You know, the daily beats. My lips are so dry, y'all. Hold on one second. Hold on. I got to do something about that.